Although the asset's streaming success makes the show seem like an ideal replacement for Slow Horses, the awkward reality of its season 1 ending makes this harder to envision. Netflix's Danish thriller The Asset follows in the footsteps of Apple TV's Slow Horses in one major way. Like Slow Horses, The Asset is atypically grounded for a spy thriller. The show focuses on the day-to-day work of espionage and is more concerned with grounded realism than high-flying theatrics. Avoiding the glamour that viewers might associate with famous spies like James Bond, both The Asset and Slow Horses are more interested in the drudgery of spy work. This description might make the two shows sound as dull as dishwater, but this could not be further from the truth. On the contrary, both Slow Horses and The Asset enjoyed streaming success upon release precisely because of their unusual approaches to the genre. Of course, The Asset's twisty storyline didn't hurt, either. The Asset's ending makes a Season 2 renewal tough image courtesy of Netflix. The Asset tells the story of Clara Desson's secret agent, T, as she goes undercover to uncover a drug trafficking operation run by a local crime boss, Miron. Things get complicated when T unexpectedly becomes close with Murin's girlfriend, Ashley, and realizes that the life of Ashley and Miron's young daughter will be ruined by T's upcoming bust. T needs to end Murin's operation to get her career back on track, but she is uncomfortably aware that this will likely separate Ashley from her daughter. Eager to avoid destroying the life of their daughter, T reveals her status as a secret agent to Ashley, so Miron's girlfriend can flee with her daughter before the big bust. In The Asset's ending, Miron is finally caught and imprisoned, but he surprises T by claiming that Ashley was an unwilling accomplice in his crimes. This isn't true, but it does mean that Ashley can continue to live an ordinary life and raise their daughter while he goes to prison for his drug-running operation. However, when Ashley discovers a stash of cash and drugs in a hidden storage unit, she is left in a catch-22. The money and the further fortune she could make from selling the drugs could get her back to the glamorous life she enjoyed with Miron. However, ignoring the storage unit would let her live a normal life with her daughter. Meanwhile, T celebrates a job well done after the bust, but her story isn't over yet. Just as she seems ready to leave Denmark's security and intelligence service for good, T is shot by an unseen assailant and barely escapes with her life. While the unsolved mystery of who shot T is a cliffhanger, this ending doesn't bode well for Season 2. The Asset doesn't share Slow Horse's secret weapon. Both T and Ashley receive cliffhanger endings in The Asset Season 1, so it might seem like the show is perfectly set up for a Season 2 renewal. However, that's not quite the case. The main storyline is wrapped up and doesn't invite a sequel, even if Season 2 could explore what Ashley chooses to do or who shot T. Both of these questions are intriguing, but neither of them holds enough dramatic weight to justify an entire second season. To succeed the way Slow Horses did and become a slow-burn cult classic, The Asset would need the secret weapon that made Apple TV's spy series so successful. Unlike The Asset, Slow Horses has a large ensemble cast that allows each new season to focus on a new character, even as the same familiar faces crop up in each new adventure. The titular department, Slough House, is a banishment room for spies who know too much to be fired, but who are too incompetent to remain employed. From River and Jackson to Kristen Scott Thomas's Diana Taverner and Jonathan Pryce's OB, the cast of Slow Horses is a broad intergenerational coalition who each have their own backstories and intersecting interests. Plenty of backstabbing and double-crossing occur throughout the show's 5 seasons, but the cast size means the series is always free to switch perspectives. The Asset Season 2 needs to move beyond T and Ashley's story image courtesy of Netflix. In contrast, part of what makes The Asset Season 1 work so well is precisely the fact that the show is squarely Ashley and T's shared story. The two women are the central characters of Season 1, and one of them is considering leaving the security and intelligence service at the end, while the other has never even worked as a spy. If The Asset Season 1's ending revealed that Ashley was a spy all along, who had been undercover for longer than T, it would be easy to see whose story Season 2 would explore. However, T is already on her way out the door when Season 1 ends, and Ashley's money quandary isn't connected to the security and intelligence service storyline.